Right. As I was saying, they say to themselves that they have one life to live, and whichever way it goes, that's it. Not believing that the Lord is going to judge you or bring you through great hell. Not believing that it is better to suffer now and laugh later with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because wisdom is better than what? Rubies, gold. You know what I mean? It's better to be wise and have this knowledge than to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica or the Prime Minister of America or the President of America, I should say. It's better to be wise than to be a king in this time frame. That ain't time frame at all. Because all things flow through Yahweh, why Yahweh shine. Every single thing that exists because of him. So therefore, what our people should be seeking is to be in favor with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And therefore, all that you desire will be granted unto you. Right? Let me get that as well. So this is Psalm 37, one of my favorite psalms as well. It says, I'm going to start from verse 1, just because I'm a favorite, right? It says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Right? So you should not be envious of the people you're seeing so-called making it. The ones that are driving the so-called so-called high-class vehicles, the penthouse, you know what I mean? The 20 bag are wearing girl them up for the house. Don't be envious about those things, yo. Because these men are miserable, annoyed daily with what they have to go through, yo. They are not blessed, they are not comfortable. And even if they are comfortable now, very soon or later they're going to lose that comfort. Alright? So don't be envious about that. Let me continue. Right? Verse 2, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as a green herb. Verse 3, trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. It says, trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and do good. Again, doing good is what? Trying your very best to keep the laws to the best of your ability. Loving your neighbor as though you would love yourself. Right? Loving the Lord with all your heart, like I said earlier. And I mean, if you love me, keep my commandments. Try your very best to keep the commandments. And I mean, and have a sincere heart when you go off, because eventually you're going to go off because you're in sinful flesh. Be sincere about whatever is happening in your life, yo. Because the Lord has mercy enough for his elect. That mercy is going to be sufficient to keep them to the time to come. And guess what? They will be fed. Alright? Let me read it again. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land. What land? Not the land of Jamaica, not the land of America, not the land of the Caribbean islands or UK or these outcasts, these basically desert that we are in. None of these lands that we are talking about that our people desire to go to are the land that Lord is talking about, yo. He's talking about the land of Israel, the land that I will tell you, say, yo, that is your land. You fraud upon it. The Lord is going to restore that land for his elect, and eventually the ones that are going to be born in that land, the nation of Israel. Alright? Let me continue. It says, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Right? Let me go back up a topic further, right? Verse 4. Verse 3. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land. And verily thou shalt be fed. When the time of famine arrives and the government cannot feed you, you know what I mean? Are you saying to you that, look here, man, if you want to be fed, take the RFID chip, take the mark of the beast, and go lick your tribe. And you have no faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai because you don't know him. That know that this is his doing for you to believe and hope in him. Guess what? You're going to turn and run to the system for that food and you're going to die. But for the elect, you know what I mean, the ones that are going to be faithful unto the end, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to preserve them and he's going to feed them. Right? He said that to us. Right? And he says again, trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. The Lord knows what you really want, yo. He gave you a flesh with actual things that it needs. You need comfort, you need food, you need all these fleshly things in a righteous standpoint, yo. Because Yahweh, what Yahweh Shai made us that way, right? You don't get hungry because you the one get hungry. No. The Lord made you with the ability to feel hunger so you can feel what pleasure of feeling your gut feels like. Sex, having servants, having wives, being respected, being healthy, being happy, having all these things to you is what the Lord knows that you need these things. Right? But if you don't trust in him and delight in him, then you're not going to get it on this side. We're not over here. You know what I mean? Right? You're going to have to die before you receive that. So let me continue. Verse 5, it says, commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Do not worry or fret about people like that, yo. Let's continue. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. Alright? So the elect, the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel will inherit the earth because they are going to wait upon him. They're going to be patient. They're going to endure the suffering that is going to be brought upon us, so that we out here, the truth, are the hopeful elect, are the elect. And now we're going to endure to the end. I will pray and beg for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to guide us to that time period, yo, to keep our foot from sliding, so that we can be victorious in the end. Alright? Being loyal as a servant, and I mean, you know, if it even goes to death, which we pray that it doesn't reach that point, but if it goes to that point, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai keep us in the end. Alright? So, you know, because it's a minute remaining, I'm going to wrap it up. So again, you know, come out here every weekend, hopefully that can receive this truth. And those that need to take the warning, take the warning. For those who don't want to hear, you've been warned. And I mean, and if you continue to refuse, guess what? You're going to die to die. And I mean, that may not be a peaceable one. You may not just go to bed and wake up in the kingdom, yo, or wake up in heaven. You might go through great suffering, or you might lose your loved ones, break down, and all of these things go mad. You know what I mean? All these things may happen unto you before the Lord decides to take you out. So we implore that you fear the Lord, right? You fear him, learn about his ways, all right? Look around you. Look how people get destroyed. Alright? So that was it. Shalom.